coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little face?
A hundo, partner, 100%.
And to do it on the ground, to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Penix going to throw straight away. Cuffs, this is Xavier Legette. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
These intermediate games, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. The stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll run here, Etienne. And he's able to take this one down at the 25. 7 yards on that pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts finish off their opening drive. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Moving into enemy territory. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Titans have a first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, Purdy to throw. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Barkley. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Purdy throwing here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. He was looking for Luther Burden. So now they're left with 4th and goal. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Pinheiro's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Play action, here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. On the move, past the 40. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. No doubt they take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Connects in on the slant. Spins out of one side. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Here comes the screen for Etienne. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Luther Burden now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
He throws a bullet tip. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
And the Titans first down.
First down, a run with Barkley. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it down close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. It's a gain of 22. And that will set up first and goal. And dose of the hurry up here.
First and goal, Tennessee.
Barkley hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans hold a slim 2-point lead early. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Kate, to put this first quarter in perspective a little bit, add a little context. You know, the single-season rushing touchdown record is 28. 28 in 17 games. Well, that's he did in 16 back in the day, but he's got 2 already here in the first quarter.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Penix on first down. Check this one down to Etienne. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. It's a 17-14 ball game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got it first to begin the frame. Now a give. It's Etienne headed left. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
To the air with Penix. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First and 10 from the 43. From the shotgun, Penix. Hits him on the out route. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, about the 37-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone on first. Flushed out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Penix. That one connects. It's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be first and goal.
And the Colts, first down.
ETN does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
ETN again. And this time he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a second quarter lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
17.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Good defense tackles in this league, Kate. You take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Here's another carry for Barkley. Not much space available there. Maybe two. That brings up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
first and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he'll ball his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Barkley again here on second. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Chased out to his right. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get some late points and the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Colts file out into formation. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. They connect on the deep shot. Into the red zone. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts get some late points and the lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. This makes it up to the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Complete right side. Burden has it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Titans have a first. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast.
A gain of 14. First down, Titans.
Purdy throwing here on first. Forced out to his right. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw here, third down. On the move, headed right. This one will be intercepted. And the Colts have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not take anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front. And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Penix to throw again on second. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 35 out of that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Working inside the red zone. Comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 22-yard line.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Penix working from the gun. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Titans make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Kenneth Grant moving in to make that stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. He's back to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
One final shot before the half. He's going to try another deep one here. And this final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Now look underneath here for ETN. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Penix here from the gun. Getting out to his left. He just throws this one away.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot, and the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Penix is going to throw again. Here comes the screen for Etienne. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down, it's Penix. Gets to space right side. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
They'll run, Etienne. They take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Rook tacks on that extra point. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Burden now to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy. Throw is there for Oronde Gadsden. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, a schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Toss play to Barkley. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Into the hands of Gadsden. Complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard
They send a tight end in motion. Here's Barkley. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They go to Barkley again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth.
18! Watch out! Yellow. Yellow.
They'll throw for it. Into the hands of Ganson. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set first and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Escapes out to the left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Hey, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Penix now to throw. On a quick slant, it's Leggett. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. From the shotgun, Penix. Right back to Leggett. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A gain of 15 there. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Just one quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts who hold the lead. Not a big one, though. Trying to carry this one through the final whistle. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, here we go.
Penix on first down. We've got a screen to the running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback gonna be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And again, it's Penix. This is Leggett working the left side. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To the air with Penix. Vacates quickly left side. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 9-point advantage. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw by Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On first down, here's Penix. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Second down.
Penix working from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's caught at the 4. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the...
He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You're good on the point after. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Escapes the pocket. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 27.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he reaches the 35 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Titans have a first. All set to go now from the 35.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Titans.
Pretty throwing here on first. Gets everything he has under this one. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third and long for him here. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Chased out to his right. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Here's Etienne on first down. He dodged the tackle. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. That is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Flush out now to his left. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Penix here from the gun. Getting out to his left. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts put up even more points in a win. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Colts make it a 24-point ball game.
Colts 56. Titans 32.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. And the gun is Purdy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Colts are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did for 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Etienne again. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second down, Etienne gets it again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. To the air on third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. Not sure altered the throw. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Mostert on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Purdy on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be second down. Now it's Purdy. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And it sets up third down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Trying to push deep downfield. So the heave knocked away from the intended target and brings up fourth down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Colts will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
From the pistol, they're going to run with Etienne. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. A pickup of 17. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They go right back to Etienne. Escapes the defender. He will not get to the end zone on our final play as the stop is made in time, and we're out of time in this game. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.